Hello and welcome back to the Film Club, the club where we talk about films that I've been recently watching, viewing and enjoying. Let me know what you've been recently watching and enjoying, and if you've seen what I'm about to talk about, let me know in the comments what you thought about it. When I hear the words A24 and war film, I'm instantly interested, and when you have such incredible actors attached to it, I was always going to see Warfare. Will Poulter, Joseph Quinn, just even those two are enough to sell me on it, but this was an experience and a half. If you don't know, Warfare is a recent A24 film which takes place in 2006. I believe it's the Iraq War. And this is a really interesting take on a war film because it's directed and written. Well, it's co-written with Alex Garland, I believe, which, again, I love that man. I will watch anything that he does. But the main director and the co-writer is one of the soldiers who was there in this experience, who was there during the war. So that instantly makes this film intriguing. It makes it interesting because the film opens up by saying this film is put together by using memories of all the soldiers. So that you're in for a harrowing journey regardless of what's about to take place. And what does take place is horrific and brutal and just a really true look into a modern day war that I don't feel like I've really truly seen portrayed in many films. There may be one or two others, but none that really show it in this sort of brutal, just awful light. I mean, we have hundreds of films on World War One, World War Two, where it's people fighting in the trenches. It's horrific, and we all know that it's awful. But there's not many that show this waiting out, mind games, explosions type of warfare that is modern day. That is modern day fighting. I've seen the comments are very divided on this film. It's very 50-50. Some people think it's disgusting propaganda that's trying to get people to join up, and other people are saying, if you want to join up, you should watch this film as a warning of this is what it will be like. This is what you're going to expect. Do you still want to join up after watching that? Because I don't know if this says something more about me, but after watching that, I thought, who would choose to do that? Honestly, it's horrific. To me, I don't see this film as a propaganda stunt. To me, I see this as a way of showing what it's like nowadays. I mean, this is 2006, so it might even be worse now, but just showing the brutality of it. And I think the beauty of this film is it opens up with the whole squad dancing around and having a laugh, and that's kind of a little bit of what we're shown as people. Before even going to the cinema, every time I go, you get all these adverts for joining up, and it's all just oh, you get to go travel, you get to play football on the beach, but then this quick cut to them taking a house and taking a point, and then oh my god, the tension in this film, it feels like the first 5 minutes are joy, and it's this is quite fun, cool little film with a bunch of great guys, and then the next hour and a half is just awful. Not as in it's an awful film, but as in it's an awful experience. The beauty of this film is that they don't have any music. So the whole film has no music, which at first I was I'm not sure if that's going to work. Surely that's a little bit off-putting. But what places do you in films do you typically not get music? It's when they're trying to build tension, and that is what you feel throughout this entire film. The whole film, I was just tensed up. I was scared. I didn't know what was going on, and it's or that, and that is what you would feel. It felt like I was watching a documentary, or I was there in some weird experience. The way this is shot, the way this is filmed, the actors do an outstanding job of this. Joseph Quinn, oh my god. Spoiler alert if you haven't seen the film. It feels weird talking about spoilers for a war film, but basically, they go to extract, and a bomb goes off, and Joseph Quinn's character is hit really badly, and his whole sort of bottom half, like his legs, are just blown to bits, and that scene is awful. Like, they're all like so disjointed and disorientated because of the explosion. The audio goes wrong. There's dust everywhere. You can't see what's happening. You're taken back so much from it. After also the build-up of the tension from the previous scenes, and then you're just left with this. You're left with the screams of Joseph Quinn. Like, oh my god, the screams that this man does is it's scary. Like, the real pain shows through in his screams. It's horrific. I'm gonna have to look up the name of the other actor as well. Elliot Miller. He is the other character who's quite badly injured. And oh my god, like, I thought his character was gone. I thought the character was dead, but they were like still saving him. The one scene in particular is that they're like dragging his body back in after the explosion, and because his leg is that like blown to bits, it gets caught on a corner and like almost wraps around a wall. It's horrific. It's awful. That whole sequence, and then him waking up, and the panic of like one of the soldiers tries to put morphine in him but accidentally injects his own hand because he's that stressed and shaky. Like, it just shows that, it almost shows like all of them weren't, not that they weren't expecting it, but you don't expect it to happen to your squadron almost, or you think it's just sort of fun and games until you're actually in that situation. It's like they join up with another squad, and one of them runs in and he's like, "Oh, you're all good, boss, get up," and it's all like laddie, and one of them literally shouts at him and tells him like, "Shut the fuck up, this is a serious situation, you need to calm down and get away from him." It's a true look into war, and it is horrifying. Now, one of the coolest aspects, I think, of this film is the show of force scenes. So a show of force is when they call in a jet to just go really low to the ground, so it essentially just blasts the floor. I was researching online, and these show of forces could literally like deafen people, but the main show of it is to sort of scare away the people coming to attack them, because they're like, it's like a show of force. It's like, look at what we have, look at what we can do. But those scenes, I mean, I don't know if they were entirely CGI or partly CGI or what, but they are incredible. The sound design of this film is out of this world. Like, every gunshot, every explosion, every show of force, it feels like it hits something like inside you, like when they're firing these massive guns, and it's just like it's the sound design. This film, if anything, the acting is superb in this film, but if anything wins an award, it's got to be the sound design, because the sound design is insane. Like the work on the guns is just next level. I think one of the worst scenes for this film, and when I say worst, I mean like where it brings you back to reality, is the final scene when it shows you all of the real soldiers who were actually involved in it. Like, just seeing, I mean, you can't even see most of their faces because most of them are blurred out, but it just brings it back to that sort of reality standpoint that this is real. Like, this isn't a movie. This is something that happens, like, probably day in, day out, and we're just so unaware of it and so oblivious to it, and we just hear about little snippets on the news. So yeah, this film is a true look into war, into modern day warfare, and I do agree with the comments of, if you are ever thinking of joining up or thinking of going to fight or anything like that, you definitely need to watch this film. But anyway, let me know, what did you think of Warfare if you have seen it, and I will see you next time on The Film Club.